Hi everybody, welcome to another episode with On the Couch with Jill. I'm taking you somewhere different today. In my studio, I've also got a show called On the Couch with Jill on AKR, Afrikaap Radio. Download the Zeno app and find Afrikaap Radio and listen every Monday evening between 6 and 8. We get into that deep, meaningful conversations. We play the best of local and international music, and we just have a whole vibe here. So I thought, let me bring my YouTube followers into my little studio. So I'm literally still doing my show while I'm recording this, but I've got a mix playing, which is going to give me some time to record. And boy, this has been an adventure. I think I'm here about 3 months, and it's really been great. The reach that I have, the engagement that I have with people, it is amazing. And today's show, we actually, the first couple of minutes, we spoke about what is, we're doing Christmas prep. What do you do? How do you do? We call it the 5 animals when we have lunch with the family. Say, who's making what? How many animals are you making? Kind of thing. And that is all that we were chatting about in the first 30 minutes. And then we went on to a mix with DJ Easy for another 30 minutes. And this is where I'm going to engage with you. So seeing that we're starting the whole build up to Christmas, so let me start. It's November. It's the time where it feels very festive because there's so many year-end functions happening, so many parties happening, so many things just happening. And it's the whole build up to an amazing Christmas, an amazing time around whatever period you find yourself or wherever you find yourself. But this time I also feel that it's not easy for everybody. Not everybody enjoys Christmas. Not everybody enjoys this time of celebration because either they've lost a loved one or it's just a bad time of the year. Like for me, Christmas was always a very exciting time, but my granny's birthday was on Christmas Day as well. And, the lunches together was amazing, and we could just have it. So Christmas sometimes now feels not a downer at all because the reason for the season is completely different. But, we do miss her at the Christmas table, and so many of the loved ones, my granny, my grandfather, my cousins, we miss them. And, it's time doesn't heal all wounds, but time helps you to deal with these situations better. You still feel the hurt. I can still speak about especially my cousins when they died and how I felt. It still feels so real. So for you that is out there, you're not alone. You don't feel alone. You don't have to be alone. And this is why I want to come to you today. We speak about kindness because the world needs kindness. What is the season about that we're going to go in? It's about love, hope, peace, and joy. And why can't we do that for each other? Why can't we reach out our hand and say, you alone, come with me and have lunch with me and my family? Why can't we say and just drop it off by the door, knock on the door without saying anything, leave some groceries at the door if you know somebody is struggling? You don't need recognition. This is the time where we go to loved ones, where we make peace, where we find hope in the new future, we find forgiveness. Even, I always believe that we forgive not for ourselves, not for others, but for ourselves so that we can have peace, So why are we still in that stage of our lives where we feel that we could rather speak bad of others, create stories? And, I ask somebody this, I actually put it on my Instagram status. I said, if a story changes or get ears from the original story, is it really the truth? Why can't we just exercise kindness? Why can't we just, if we got, our parents always used to tell us, we got nothing else to say, then keep quiet. If we got nothing nice to say, keep quiet. We're all in our own little rowing boat, rowing through the storms of times and going through difficult things. And, the saying that life is lifing at the moment. We're all going through that. So why can't we be kind to one another? Why can't we speak of each other with kindness and love and empathy? Because we don't know what the next person's going through. We don't know if they even had something to eat today. We don't know heartache and devastation, and you sit here with a smile. I could be in turmoil at the moment, but I'm sitting here with a smile and coming to you and saying, let's exercise kindness, let's exercise love, and let's spread the hope and peace and joy of the season, starting now. Because when is it? When do we start? When do we put up that Christmas tree? When do we start celebrating this special day, Christmas? And do we remember the reason for the season? Do we recognize that reason for the season? And with that, with celebrating the birth of Jesus Christ, we're celebrating so much more than it's life that we're celebrating. It is hope that we're celebrating. It's peace that we're celebrating. And we're hoping in a peaceful year, in a peaceful new year, a peaceful life. And we want our lives to change. I certainly want to change me to become the best version of myself. And I've been speaking about this in past YouTube channels. So I want to be the best version of myself. I always want to be the best version of myself. And that comes with introspection and seeing, what are you doing wrong? What can you change in your life to make yourself better? You reap what you sow, or you sow what you reap. And what you put in, and you sow the seeds of kindness, and you sow the seeds of love, and you sow the seeds of peace and joy, you're going to receive that in your life. So I think of each and everyone as we navigate, and this is just the intro to my November, about what are we going to chat about. So this November, we're going to go to Inspire Rentals as well. We're going to record and show you what they have, with events and things happening, planning. It's wedding season. I've got an events and catering business, so we're going to be speaking a lot about this season of love and hope and peace and joy, and going into marriages and doing weddings, and I would just thought, how better to partner with the people that shared my set, or given me a set, not this one, but the one where we generally record from, On the Couch with Jill, Inspire Rentals. And what better partner to walk with, a company that inspires, that creates, and this is what we need to do. Can't we just navigate our own lives? Can't we just keep ourselves in our own lane and focus on what we're doing, and doing it to the best of our ability to become great and happy and joyous within ourselves, and not always seeking and comparing and wanting what the next person has. Why do we do that? We look at our neighbor's car. Oh, they got a new car. Oh, this one is going there and this one is doing that. I do it. I look at other competitors and say, oh wow, they look so busy. They what am I doing wrong? But your season is going to come. Your time is going to come when you bask in the glory. So just wait. In life, there is seasons. You have a season to mourn. You have a season to be hopeful. You have a season to have joy and peace and love. And I hope that season lasts forever, even within the turmoil. But you have your season where you're going to bask in the sun, where you're going to stand in the sun, So let's be happy. Let's rejoice in others' success. Let's be kind. Because life is hard, man. Life is hard. Life is not an easy. You need to navigate so many things. You got to navigate your business, your work, your life as a mother, as a wife, as a entrepreneur, as a child, as there's so many things that you need to navigate. So why do we still find that we can talk about others in our time when we just can relax and absorb the good energy? Why do we feel the need to discuss others or judge others? I get to a point where I'm judging somebody, and I would say, stop, Jill, because you're going to be judged one day. There's only one judge, And even Jesus, he said there, on the cross, when he was suffering and in pain, he said, you will be where I am, because there is a heart of forgiveness and peace and joy that Jesus gave. And this is what the season is all about. And this is where I want to live. I want to live in that season of joy and peace and love and happiness and giving and kindness. And I hope you want to live there too. And forget about all the negativity and forget about all the stories and stop yourself. Watch your mouth. Like literally hit yourself on the lips when you want to speak of others. You know? I get quite emotional when I do speak about these things because I am probably one of the most straightforward people I know. And whatever I say behind your back, I can definitely say it to your face. And I believe that I've got a handful of friends, and those who I love and those who I care, I am that friend that is going to defend your name in your absence, in the rooms where you're not finding yourself. And that's all I want. That's all I want in return. I don't want your money. I don't seek fame. I don't seek anything from you. But being a good friend, being loyal to the core. And to bask with me in the sun. To bask with me in joy and peace and love and not speak of others, you know? And just be kind. You know, just be kind. Be kind. Later on in my show, I can show you my script. So yeah, my headphones. Let me just get that. I just have to listen if the music is still musicking. And I'm actually going to speak about, we were speaking about meats earlier, but I just want to get my prep sheet. And we are actually going to speak about respect. You know, a couple of weeks back, there was a situation and this person said to me that it's old school. So I said, is respect old school? You know, is parenting old school? Is teaching your children good values old school? You know, those values, those models made us who we are today. So why do we need to follow children's leads? Or, you know, we are here to guide and teach them. Because that's what our parents did. And we turned out pretty damn well. You know? Is love and respect old school? Is teaching and guiding old school? You know, that is what I'm going to get into a little bit later on the show. And I actually need to put my specs on for this because I can't see, guys. That's when you get old. You know, greeting somebody. When you walk into a room, you greet. Hello, auntie, hello, uncle, whether they're related to you or not. That was what we were taught. Families getting together and singing Christmas carols and being together. Is that old school? No, guys, that to me is the foundation of my life. That is what I was taught by my parents and my grandparents. And I think I turned out pretty good. Pretty good. We are being influenced by society and by so many things. You know, that's societal norms. That's the other thing this person said to me, times change. Yeah, times change. But respect doesn't. Being a child and seeking your parents' love and your parents' approval and your parents' blessing, that's not old school. That's teaching. That is models. My parents blessed me, paved the way for me to be where I am today. Their praise brought me to where I am today. Their support brought me to where I am today. And you can tell me it's old school? Wow. You know, I listen to that conversation and I hear that words ringing in my head and I'm like thinking, old school. Wow. I remember when Gary asked me to get married, that was 18 years ago. 18 years ago. His first thing his father said, we need to go to her parents. We married 18 years. Was that old school? No. He taught us the value of the blessing of a parent, of parents. It says in the Bible, the blessing of the parent. I need to find that, but I can't find it now. But the blessing of the parent brings you success. It brings you hope. It brings you love. It gives you what you need in life. And this is not a churchy thingy, sorry guys, but that is my beliefs. And I'm not even going to apologize for what I believe in and who I am, because that is to the core of who I am and made me the person that I am, made me the person to withstand so many heartache and devastation in my life. But prayer and hope brought me to where I am today. The support and the love of my parents brought me to where I am today. The support of my husband, the support of my family brought me to where I am today, because we need to lift each other up, and because under this big sun, there's a peace for everybody. There is a piece of sunshine for everybody. And we just need to find that kindness and share and bring joy and bring happiness and bring all of those things. So I'm looking forward to having more conversations with you on the couch. I'm looking forward to having Inspire Rentals this month. And then we're hitting December, and I'm looking forward to wish you a most blessed Christmas in December. And it's New Year and New Year's resolutions, but just make them realistic. So yes, welcome to my studio, not to on my couch, but it's still on the couch with Jill. So tune in every Monday. Download the Zeno app, no matter where you are in the world, and listen to some great music. And you get to hear my voice every Monday between 6 and 8 on Afrikaap Radio. And you can see me, and I'm coming to you with just a little bit of lashes, guys, because I went to an event, but no makeup. And I just feel that you, my audience, my people need to see me for who I am and my authentic self, because authenticity is something that we lose. So until next time, I'll catch you on my couch again. Bye. Guys, I hope you had a fabulous time, because I was working hard here. The WhatsApp line is going nuts here. It's going liquor here at AKR Radio, or Afrikaap Radio. It is on the dot 7 p.m. Under the influence of good music, Amanda says, the stuff is just happening here on this WhatsApp line. I must actually just check what is going on here. It's going nuts. Kattergedagtekies. Oh, I haven't heard that before. Amanda, explain. I was working hard with good music and everybody's dancing. Cecilia, Lady C, where is that leotard, man? You know, you were skitting your biscuit. Lekker. So for those who just joined me, it is On the Couch with Jill right here on Afrikaap Radio, and it's 7:01. And did we dance lekker now? Ooh, we were having a fab time in studio. I also recorded my podcast while I was in studio while that mix was happening. So killing two birds with one stone. A woman can multitask, I tell you. Generally, this is our DMC hour. You know, I know we said we're keeping it light because it's Christmas, keeping it lekker light, and but this time is not easy for everybody. It's generally a very difficult time for a lot of people. Many people feel alone during this time and has no desire to celebrate the season. Do we stretch out a hand and say, I'm here? Come, have lunch with me and my family? To me, the season has been watered down and solely focused on what we can get. The bigger the gift, the more you feel love. For me, a gift has to go with thought, Why are we being so influenced by society? And we're coming back to the societal dictations and societal norms. Everywhere we have this thing that society hangs over us. I was told not so long ago that that is old times. We do not have to do that, we don't have to do that anymore, because that's old dates. I was shocked. I was shook at people. As these old values made us who we are today. The times change, but we still have to instill those values and traditions in our children, in our grandchildren, in the future generation, because respect is not old school. Greeting, is that old school now? Valuing the opinion and accepting the teaching of your parents, is that old school? I was told it is. And so many values like the true spirit of Christmas is seen as old school. The days we get together as family, we go to Christmas service together. I can remember as a child we would, Mommy, I want curls in my hair. That was the days before GHD. You go sleep with that rollers, to have that curls just to last a couple of hours, just to get to Christmas service and the shopping for the Christmas dresses. Wow. Do we extend those invitations to families, to friends, to people we don't even know to come with us to service on a Christmas day? Those people that are alone. Or is that also seen as old school? To feel the love and warmth of families getting together and singing Christmas carols. That is tradition, people. That is love right there. That's the spirit of Christmas, cuddling. You know? We never carol here in South Africa like in America, where Christmas is really huge and you have kids and families that go around caroling in front of people's doors in the snow. Yeah? Is that also old school? How do we captivate the spirit of Christmas again? We had a like a music game. They engage with me on the WhatsApp line on 069-245-9543. And those across the waters where you are in New Zealand, Australia, Canada, America, Brazil, Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, that's one of the places I want to go. Wherever you find yourself in the world, Thailand, wherever you are, it's +27692549543, and tell me what do you feel is the true Christmas, the true spirit of Christmas? What does Christmas mean to you? And don't come with the gifts and the big gifts and the expensive gifts and those things. It's the value for me. It's the value that we put on who we share it with, who we celebrate the life of Jesus Christ with, because that man was born that day, and he's the only friend that has ever died for me, and that will ever die for me. So, what is your spirit of Christmas? How are we going to get and captivate? If we could bottle it, what would it be? What would you captivate mostly? And to get you thinking and pondering on that, I'm going to play some 2 Christmas tunes, guys. I'm super excited, actually. When I was doing my playlist, friends of mine said to me, playing Christmas carols already. It's only November, Jill. What's wrong with you? But we need to captivate. We need to find that hope and the joy that the season brings. We need to fill our lives with energy and light and love and happiness and joy and peace. It's a time for reconciliation. It's a time for sharing and caring and giving life, and just lifing life, But the joy that it comes with, the peace that it comes with, that is the season that I want to bask in for a while, guys, because life is filled with seasons. Life is filled with moments, and you find yourself in a season of heartache, maybe a season of disappointment, but this too shall pass. Sean is saying the true spirit of Christmas can also be found in many layers of history. True, many layers of history. And symbolism of the holiday. Some say that Christmas has come to embody a kind of circular spirituality. I like that. That's more in common with symbols and this aspiration of our age. Absolutely, yes, please play the Christmas songs, Sean is saying. Cecilia saying, "Waar sit lekker hier by on the couch met Jill, is dit lekker." Baie dankie, Cecilia. Dit is baie lekker op hierdie couch vandag. I was actually feeling very sick today. My throat is still really sore. But how can I disappoint my AKR family? How can I not come and have a session on the couch with my AKR family? And coming back to Sean, it's the embodiment of Christ. It is the love of Jesus that we have this season. It's the love of God that He sent His Son that we have this season. I sound like a preacher. I sound like I need to be in America in one of those African American churches. We feel the Spirit moving. But that is the Spirit. The embodiment of Christ is the symbolism of His life that He has born. This was the reason. This is the reason for the season. This is the joy that comes with the season. This is the life that comes with the season. How can we forget that? How can we ever forget that? Because I have never gotten a friend that is going to die for me, ever. No, I love your Christmas preaching. Thank you, Shani, for that. But yes, it is I want to bask in the season. I want to live in the season of joy and peace and love and kindness and happiness and joy. Hey? Because for unto us a child was born that day. And that light, that gave hope for a future, for life. That gave hope for us. Amanda's saying, yes, bring it on, Jill. Love it. It's family time and togetherness. I love it. I love it. Yes, it's time for family. It's time for reconnecting. It's time for joy. It's time for peace and happiness. You know, that's the embodiment of what Christmas is all about. So I'm going to play one of the most popular and favorite Christmas carols that moves my soul, and that's Mariah Carey's Oh Holy Night, because that was a very, very holy night. A night that brought hope for a future, hope for the people, brought a savior, brought life, brought joy and peace, you know, that holy night. And if this is not going to get you into the Christmas spirit, and let us sit back, you know, engage with me as you're listening to, I'm going to play two Christmas songs. The one is going to be the Oh Holy Night by Mariah Carey, and the other one is Fifth Harmony, All I Want for Christmas Is You. Let's appreciate each other. I'm going to repeat that. Let's appreciate each other. And when I think of All I Want for Christmas, I think of, I don't know if it's just a movie thing, but I always, it is a movie thing. You know, when I look at the soldiers, when they have these movies where soldiers come home for Christmas and their families are just so happy that they're home for Christmas. And all they wanted for Christmas is their father, their husband, their brother, their child. What is the only thing that you want for Christmas? I know what I want for Christmas. I want to live in peace and harmony and joy. That's what I want for Christmas. I want that to be the focus of my life going forward. I want that to be the all-time season. You know, the season that the other seasons come, but this season of peace and joy and love just supersedes all that seasons that come into your life, that cast a shadow on the disappointment and the heartache and the, you know, and the chit-chat. And how do we get to that season? How do we get to that feeling of that? It's by being kind, showing kindness, sharing kindness, giving hope for a future. So let's go to Oh Holy Night. Being old school, let me see what our listeners are saying here on the WhatsApp line. And there was quite a few that came in. People said, even private messaged me to say, listen, you know, these values are meant to be. These must be instilled. Who we are today embodies those values instilled by our parents today, you know. And here, DJ Easy sends a message and he says to me, Jill, please send my regards to Sean Stryker. Sean, that's a special message just for you from DJ Easy. He just asked me how did the mix go and how did the Afrikaap family receive it, and I'm sure they're looking forward to, not next week, but the following week for more from DJ Easy. Shani was saying she felt in your values are important. Also, putting value on the true reason of the season, isn't that also important? Yes, Shani is saying, yes, Christmas deco, I'm all for it. Right. Where's the Afrikaap committee to come put up trees and stuff here? What is the true reason for the season? Not on the gifts, but the spiritual gifts of love, hope, faith, and peace, and the birth of Jesus Christ. We spoke about these things. Are these gifts old school? Does it go out by the door with respect and peace and love and hope? Does it go out by the door with that? These gifts, the spiritual gifts, that is what we're looking for. What is being kind take away from you as a person? You know? Values are to add value to our lives, Shani says. Sorry, I need to really look up. It's actually I have my phone close by because, the glasses. Values are to add value to our lives. I love that, Shani. Values are the embodiment of who we are. Like I said so earlier, so many are feeling lonely in this period, even building up to Christmas with all the festivities of year-end functions and events happening. People still feel lonely. You can be surrounded by the world of people but still feel lonely. Are we extending the hand of kindness? Do we speak truth? That's the other question. Or does the story just get extra ears every time we tell the story? Do you value the friendships, family, and treasure these bonds of love? Is that even still valued today? Or we just move out and say this is a new season now in our life. We're done with these friends, they're not fitting into my box. They're not doing what I want them to do. They're not saying what I'm wanting them to say, and they're not lifting me up the way I want them to lift me up. So, she is the bad one. Jill is all bad because she is not fitting into my box. She's not lifting me up. She's just saying what she wants to say. And, when I meet people, I always tell them that I'm a very straightforward person, and I'm going to tell you things that if I do hurt you or offend you in any way, just tell me. Let's talk about it. We're adults, not children. Is these values still real? If we have kindness, we will never speak ill of others. If our heart is warm and our heart is filled with love, we will not speak ill of others. We will not ridicule or judge, instead extend a hand of kindness. Help where we can, give where we can, without any expectation or desire, any status of fame from a kind deed. A lot of people do kind things, but they record it. They show the world, I've done this, I've given this, I've done that. Is that what you really want to do, or are you just giving some content for social media? Because that's the thing. Is it Instagram worthy, people? Is it Instagram worthy? I always say to my husband, don't take that picture, you can't post that picture, it's not Instagram worthy. I need to look the best version of myself until I just threw all inhibitions out by the door. And if you go check out On the Couch with Jill on YouTube, you'll see not this episode that I recorded, but the last episode that was loaded. I just came out of the gym. I literally came out of the gym, and I sat there looking at myself, or looking not the best version of myself, but I felt great, So, are we here? What are we here for? What do we do? Christmas represents hope for a better future, reconciliation, forgiveness, peace to all mankind, and joy. That's the embodiment of Christmas. That's the embodiment of the day that this is what we are hoping to be, to achieve, to get on that Christmas. And it shouldn't just last for Christmas Day. And that is why I decided I'm going to start this build up to Christmas early and soon, so that we can be in this space, in this season of forgiving and peace to all mankind. For just like they say, if you keep on doing something for 21 days consistently, it becomes part of who you are. And there's no better way to have kindness in your heart, hope for a better future, reconciliation, forgiveness, peace, all mankind, and joy. Who doesn't want to live like that? Over the years, I came to realize that love is a precious gift. And as tough as I am, when I allow you into my circle, I love you with all your flaws, and with no judgment. And when or if that season comes to an end, my heart still loves you and forgives, no matter what you say you do, what you say about me, what you do to me. My heart still loves you, because if you love somebody, you can't just switch it off. Imagine, guys, just imagine. We sin on a daily basis, whether it's in our mind, in our heart, whether we speak it in action. We sin daily. So just imagine. Jesus said, I'm done with you. There's no more love for you. Wow. Just imagine that. Where would we be? So come on, guys, and join me in the conversation here on Afrikaap Radio. And for those that's across the globe, whether it's morning, evening, maybe you're still going to get to bed now, but you don't want to lose this conversation. This is a lack of conversation. Engage with me. For those across the globe, it's +2769 254 9543. And those here in South Africa, in the mother city, in the city of gold, wherever you find yourself in Africa, South Africa, it's 069 245 9543. And that's our WhatsApp line. You can go on to www.afrikaap.co.za. If you want to reach out to us and you want to have advertising, whatever, just, this is the place to be. We are growing from strength to strength. We are doing wonders here on Afrikaap Radio. It's a space where we can be creative and speak our mind and share it with you, because sitting behind this mic, and I recall this from the interview that Lady C had this afternoon with Tracy Lang, sitting behind this mic is a privilege. It's a privilege to share my thoughts with you. It's a privilege to give of me to you, to serve you. My couch potatoes, I'm going to call you like couch potatoes, because on the couch with Jill. Shani saying, "Sure, Jill, you're touching a sensitive nerve." Am I? Yeah. I guess I am. But yeah, on the couch, we speak all things good, bad, happy, sad, joyful. And and love. Everything comes from a point of love. Nothing I'm saying here or speaking about comes from any malicious intent whatsoever. It comes from a point of love and joy and happiness. Wow, the time is flying. It's like 7:30. So we're going to get into some more music, because after all, we want to dance a bit, Kim. We can't be so heavy. It's Christmas, it's time of giving. And we're going to listen. We had our Christmas carols. We're going to listen to some Titanium and then some Miley Cyrus, The Climb. And then I'll be back with more talk here on Afrikaap Radio. I'm your host, Jill Fanaz, on the couch with Jill. Welcome to being on my couch. If you just joined us, there's 20 minutes of my show left. And we're chatting the reason for the season. We're doing a build up to Christmas, but we were speaking all things forgiving and heartache and devastation and what season this brings, And I just need to reflect on the WhatsApp line for a moment. Shani was saying that we so easily and freely speak about forgiveness, but the hard work that goes, probably the hard work or the heart work, could be the same thing, that goes with it, sometimes easier said than done. Absolutely, I agree, Shani. It's very hard to forgive, but the freedom you get, and I'm speaking from a point of having to forgive somebody for something that they really, really hurt, that they took away from me, and we spoke about it. I needed to forgive my perpetrator, the person that raped me. I needed to do that, but I needed to do that for myself, and it wasn't easy. It was a battle, and I thought I did, and then eventually I realized, but I didn't. When I wrote my book, I realized, but I didn't do any of that forgiving business at all, because as I wrote it, I became angry and became more emotional. So at least we're trying to forgive. At least we're trying to forgive. That's the difference. Amanda was saying, Shani was still saying, I'm seeing in my mind the TikTok videos with this dance, the song Titanium. I actually haven't seen it. I'm going to go look at some TikTok, Shani, and see what it's all about. And I love this song by Miley Cyrus. I actually never listened to it. The Climb. It's not how fast you get there. It's the journey. I will get there on my pace, on my time. And whose time is always perfect? God's time. His time is always perfect. But it matters what is on the other side. When I eventually get there, that's what matters. So I wrote a cookbook called The Epicurean Journal, and I combined my life stories with recipes that are comforting and that reminds me of the season in my life. Of seasons in my life. I just spoke about it now. I needed to forgive the person. I speak about sexual assault, heartache, devastation. But what shines through this book, guys, is kindness. The kindness of others. And that love is my secret ingredient. Oh my word. For those that had seen me cook, or that for my staff that has cooked with me, I would always say, Just a little bit extra for love, because that is my special ingredient, is love. That is my secret ingredient, is love. You know, if you do anything and you give anything out of love, it's just perfection, because love is pure and love is perfect. But a little extra for love and kindness. And extra love and kindness brings joy and hope for others. And above all, it makes you happy. You know, I asked earlier, before the break, I said, what does being kind take away from you? It doesn't take anything away from you. It brings you joy. It brings you happy. And light into your own life. That's what being kind does. Shani is saying, I mean the heart work. Because it starts in the heart before we can verbalize it, yes? The forgiveness journey starts in the heart for me. We need to work on our own hearts. Absolutely. We need to work on ourselves. We need to work on our heart and forgiveness. Our heart and soul is, you know, and does our heart beat with kindness and love, or does it beat with hatred? Because what happens in your heart goes to your mind, and what comes out of your mind, what comes out of your mouth comes from your mind, and it literally lives in your heart. And I don't want to have an ugly heart. You know, I've once, you know, you can be the most beautiful person in the world, and if you open your mouth, it's just ugliness. It just takes away all that beauty. And that's how Shani said, it says equals heart work for me. Heart. You know, the heart wants what the heart wants, you know, and loves what it loves. So we need to look into our own hearts and our own souls and do some soul searching there. So while we're soul searching, and before I'm going to come back, I'm going to play another 2 songs, but I'm going to come back to end off at my show with more heart and more love. But for now, we're going to listen to What Color of My Love by Celine Dion. What's the color of your love? Andrea Bocelli and Celine Dion, The Prayer. What more do I say? But for those that just joined us, it's 9 minutes before 8, and I'm your host, Jill Van Us, on the couch with Jill, right here on Afrikaap Radio. And wow, I put this playlist together, but my soul has been moved. While the music was playing, I had a friend send me he's actually listening to my show. Paul Playden is listening to my show while he's driving. Thank you, Paulie. And he sent something, but I can't play it. And I was hoping that he was going to resend it. And he's saying, forgiveness is like holding someone prisoner, holding a prisoner. But the moment you forgive and you see your eyes and your light and you open up, you realize that you were the prisoner all the time. I need to go Google that, because I was hoping Paul was going to send the message and explain it better. But, you know, I also just say that when you're traveling, for those that has traveled abroad or wherever, and you get to checking in, and let's say your luggage is too heavy, are you going to pay in or are you going to unpack? And that's the same with carrying things in life. Are you going to carry this stuff with you that's going to bring you down and pull you down and make you unhappy for the rest of your life? Or are you going to pay for it for the rest of your life? Or are you just going to unpack it and say, I'm done with it, let's forgive and let's move on? I'm seeing that Paul read my message, and I'm hoping he's going to send that voice note. And yes, it's just so many amazing interaction on the WhatsApp group. Amanda's saying, a forgiving heart is a gift that allows people to see the world differently and to love and be patient with others' imperfection. I'm going to repeat that. A forgiving heart is a gift that allows people to see the world differently and to love and be patient with others' imperfections. It can help people avoid anger, judgment, self-pity, and instead focus on love, grace, and healing. I want to give it an amen. You know, it's not, and Amanda's also saying it's not always easy, especially the forgiving part, but with God's help, it's possible. all a process. You just need to process it. And Shane is saying, absolutely beautiful music. I felt that music too. It was, Amanda's was saying, beautiful music. I felt it, guys. It was just, Celine Dion, Color of My Love. What is the color of our love? What is the color of our hearts, people? And I'm going to go a bit overtime tonight because Josh is not feeling well. He's not coming in tonight. So I am going to take a little bit of overtime. I hope I'm not going to get into trouble for that. But not too much. Just like 2 or 3 minutes. But it's been such a heartwarming session that I could share this with you. I am sure. For those again that just joined me, you're on the couch with me, Jill Fanasa, right here on Afrikaap Radio. And the songs we played before this was Color of My Love by Celine Dion, and also Andrea Bocelli and Celine Dion, The Prayer. That song gets me going every time. So Paul Clayton didn't send a voice note, but he stopped his car and he Googled and he says, to forgive is to set a prisoner free and then discover that the prisoner was you. And this is by Lewis M. Smeeds. Is that correct? Smeeds. I'm going to repeat it. To forgive is to set a prisoner free and then discover that the prisoner was you. Do you want to be a prisoner of your own life? I don't know. The process is hard. It is so hard. May we love in color and boldly and with all we have, and may our prayer be daily to be kind to our neighbor. That is what I want you to take from my show tonight. Let us love in color. Be bold about our love. Be bold about our morals and what we stand for. And with all we have, be bold with it. Stand tall in it. And may our prayer be daily to be kind to our neighbor. May our light shine brightly and may the season change our heart attitude. And we're going to dig into more of the season next week. It's 5 minutes before 8 o'clock, and I'm going to play out with a song that for some or other reason it just came onto my heart. And it's not as emotional, or maybe it is if you really sit and listen to the words. And it's currently and I got a heads up on this with my dear friend Paul Plate, and he gave me the heads up on this, and he said it's currently has a documentary on Netflix called The Greatest Night in Pop. This song is sung by amazing artists, and not one, many. We look at the likes of Lionel Richie, Stevie Wonder, Paul Simon, Tina Turner, Kenny Rogers, James Ingram. Anybody can tell me what song am I going to play out with, Al Jarreau, Bruce Springsteen, Cyndi Lauper, Michael Jackson, Ray Charles, Bob Dylan. I mean, legends in one room. Go watch the documentary. I actually watched part of it while I was doing my prep today and listening to Lady C and cooking and working and doing the most, guys. But The Greatest Night in Pop on Netflix. Go have a look. Go have a listen. Go watch it. Get the popcorn and sit and enjoy it. The song was recorded on January 28, 1985. That was the same night as the American Music Awards, and all these artists was going to be in Los Angeles. Everybody. So they went to the Music Awards and they went to studio and they recorded this song. The song was written by Michael Jackson and Lionel Richie. And it was requested by Quincy Jones and produced by Quincy Jones. If I'm getting it correctly, Mr. Clayton will tell me soon if I got it wrong. No, it's not Heal the World, Renee. Close, but not Heal the World. Very close. Gwen Lee is saying that's an awesome documentary. Yes, it is. Yeah. So come on, tell us, anybody. Renee is almost close. She's hot. I'm not going to say the name. And then 3 months later, it was played all across the world at exactly the same time. And it was a gift from the USA for us here in Africa. Getting closer, guys. Getting closer. The song has so much. No, it's not Heal the World. It's not Heal the World. Is it Heal the World? No. Yes. Maybe it is. I don't know. Wait a little. Give it a poll and say if you like it, or if you don't, or you agree with with Rene. It is. Yes, Rene, and I have to give it to you, but I was hoping that we're going to keep it a bit more in suspense. And we are the children, and the song goes, seal the world. We are the world, we are the children, we are the ones to make it a better place. So let's start giving. Getting all emotional, Cecilia. I love it. And this song was played after it was recorded on the 28th. Just go watch the documentary. It's actually very powerful. And you see them recording, and you have, even these great artists are standing next to great artists, and they're saying, like, I'm standing next to Michael Jackson, Bruce Springsteen says. And, it's just, you just have to go watch it. And the emotion that it went in, it's not the greatest love of all, Amanda. And the song was written for us in Africa in that time. So we can be the change by helping one person. And that's why I'm saying go to my Give and Gain account. I'll actually do a story with the link in it, and so that we can make a difference. So I have to run the 100 kilometers, and you just need to give what you can. So let's start giving, people. We are truly one people. We're all part of God's great big family. So all I got left to say, my AKR family, is good night and be kind, because the world surely needs kindness. Until next week, we are going to play this.